Good afternoon, I'm Kelly Dudzik. Topping our news this half hour, I've been hearing from a lot of you about the struggle to make vaccine appointments, especially in rural counties.
Shelley from Wyoming County emailed me saying, so at this point, it is still nearly impossible for us over the age of 65 here in Wyoming County to get a vaccine. Our infection rate is the highest in these western New York counties. Shelley has tried the pharmacies and she tried getting an appointment at this new mass vaccination clinic in Batavia, Genesee Community College, but didn't have any luck. The clinic at GCC and another that opened in Olean at Jamestown Community College will each administer 3,500 vaccines over the next 5 days. But we know at least the one in Batavia was open to anyone who qualifies for Phase 1A or 1B, not just the people who live in rural counties. These two new clinics have the one-dose Johnson & Johnson vaccine, meaning people won't have to come back for a second appointment. And you may have seen reports about the efficacy rates of the 3 vaccines available right now in the U.S. NBC News senior medical correspondent Dr. John Torres explained what they all mean.
When people see those numbers, 72% for Johnson & Johnson, 94, 95% for Pfizer and Moderna, it gets a bit confusing because you're comparing apples to oranges. When Johnson & Johnson did their studies, they were later on in the pandemic. The variants were already present. They did a lot of these in South Africa where that South African variant was dominant, and they found it protected fairly well against down there as well. But the important point to realize is when you look across the spectrum of all 3 of these vaccines, they looked at one denominator, and that denominator was how well did it protect you from getting complications, getting hospitalized, and dying from COVID itself. And what they found out is after people got fully vaccinated, none of them in the trial were hospitalized, none of them died from COVID.
New at 6, the latest on the push one Western New York lawmaker is making to get more vaccines to people who live in rural areas. In downtown Buffalo, Kelly Dudzik, Channel 2 News.